Namaste, welcome everybody. Today we are going to do a flow sequence, and you can do it as a standalone. This is meant to be in the center of a practice because it has some standing postures in it. So if you'd like to do a full practice, you can do a warm-up. The link is in the description below and in the upper right-hand corner, and then you can follow it with a seated sequence and of course Shavasana, meditation, and pranayama. If you have an essential oil, go ahead and grab it. Today I am going to be using balance. Who doesn't need balance in their life, right? So these oils are from doTERRA. They're certified pure therapeutic grade. There's a link in the description about how you can buy them. Balance is the grounding blend, and it's very calming as well as grounding. It has the energy of trees, spruce, frankincense, and hoe wood, and it also has blue tansy and chamomile. If you get the Emotions and Essential Oils book, it has an entire description around it. The energy and smell of this oil is really soft. For this practice, I'm going to be putting it on the soles of my feet, and I especially like to concentrate on the inside arches and my big toe. In reflexology, your inside arches represent your spine, and then your big toe represents your brain. So if you use essential oils within your practice, let us know in the comments what oils you use, or if you use balance, let us know what you think about that blend. All right, so we're gonna start off in Tadasana Mountain Pose. You can step to the front of your mat and you can draw your feet about hips width. So start to close your eyes, relax your shoulders, and start to draw your hands in front of your heart into prayer, into Anjali Mudra. And we're just gonna center ourselves here. If you haven't done so already, just close your eyes. So our opening meditation today is about coming together. So emotions in our daily life can seem like the driver as they whip us around in these reactive responses. They fly us high, they drop us low, they can consume us, and oftentimes leave us befuddled and confused as to who is in charge of the ship that is this body, mind and soul, called me. And that leaves us disassembled, feel like we're in pieces, just not feeling good and unhappy. And my invitation for you is to find all these different parts of yourself and to bring them back together through this practice. To use your breath to connect all the different parts of your being that have seemingly come apart. All these parts of yourself that get pulled into different directions. Coming together within yourself to find wholeness. This is my invitation for you. So on the inhale, you can slowly start to flutter your eyes open and reach your arms out and then up. Gaze up towards the sky. Arms up by your ears. On the exhale, float yourself down, coming into a standing forward fold. So you can bend your knees any amount. You can let your arms hang. You can grab your opposite elbows, your choice, and breathe. On the inhale, make your way into a flat back. So you can draw your hands onto your shins or maybe even stand on your peace fingers. On the exhale, bend your knees, hands onto the earth, and step it back. Come into a plank pose. Top of a push-up. On the exhale, come into a downward facing dog. And then 2 more rounds of breath here. Inhale, big breath. Exhale. On the inhale, reach that right leg up and back into a down dog split. On the exhale, draw your knee into your chest. Step it forward in between your hands. Lower your back knee down. Inhale, start to rise. Reach your arms up. And then on the exhale, float your hands foot down onto the earth. You can come onto your finger pads, curl the back toe under. Inhale, big breath. On the exhale, come straight into a half lift, Ardha Uttanasana, but with your left leg up. So you can float left leg off of the earth. It's almost like a grounded Virabhadrasana 3. If it feels better to you, you can place both your feet down onto the earth, coming into a flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. So your choice, yogi's choice. On the exhale, if your leg is up, draw your left foot down to meet the right. And then inhale, big breath. On the exhale, bend your knees, hands onto the earth, step it back, come into a plank pose, top of a push-up. And then exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, low push-up, your back bend, and then wave the spine back, come into a downward facing dog. On the inhale, for your left leg up high to the sky, down dog splits. On the exhale, draw your knee into your chest, step it forward. You're welcome to untuck that back toe, reach your arms up. And then on the exhale, float your peace fingers down. Curl the back toe under, inhale, big breath. On the exhale, come into Ardha Uttanasana with that right leg up this time. And then on the exhale, draw your right foot down to meet the left. Inhale, come into a flat back, spine extends, hands onto your shins or stand on your peace fingers. On the exhale, bend your knees, hands onto the earth. Step it back, come into a plank pose, top of a push-up. In this round, come straight into a downward facing dog. On the inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee into your chest, step it forward in between your hands. Lower the back knee down, inhale, reach your arms up. On the exhale, float your hands down. Inhale, come into a flat back with that left leg up. On the exhale, lower left foot down to meet the right. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back, spine parallel to the earth. On the exhale, bend your knees, hands onto mat, step it back, come into a plank pose, top of a push-up. And then Chaturanga Dandasana, so you're always welcome to come into a low push-up onto your knees. Your back bend, low high cobra, maybe upward facing dog. On the exhale, wave the spine back, come into a downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts up, down dog splits. Exhale, knee to your chest, step it forward, back knee lowers down. Inhale, reach your arms up. And then on the exhale, float your hands down, come to that Ardha Uttanasana with that right leg up this time. And then lower right foot down to meet the left, downward facing dog. Inhale, flat back, spine extends. On the exhale, bend your knees, hands onto the earth, step it back. Inhale, plank pose, downward facing dog on the exhale. And let's do one more round. Inhale, right leg up, down dog splits. Exhale, knee into your chest, step it forward, back knee lowers. Inhale, reach your arms up. On the exhale, float your hands down. Inhale, flat back. Whatever your variation or modification, exhale, left foot down to meet the right, downward facing dog. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. On the exhale, bend your knees, hands on the earth, step it back, come into a plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana. Your back bend, low high cobra, maybe upward facing dog. So in upward facing dog, our legs, our knees are floating off of the mat. And on the exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So I'm just showing all these modifications. This is a multi-level sequence for all different bodies. Last side, inhale, left leg lifts. Down dog splits, exhale, knee to your chest, step it forward. Lower the back knee down, inhale, reach your arms up. On the exhale, float your hands down. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift with back leg up. Exhale, right foot down to meet the left. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen flat back. And then on the exhale, bend your knees, hands under us, step it back, come into a plank pose, top of a push-up. Exhale, downward facing dog. So you're always welcome to modify or add on as you wish, your choice. Inhale, big breath. On the exhale, you can jump, step, or walk. Come into a forward fold. Inhale, lengthen flat back. On the exhale, bow down. Inhale, rise all the way up, sweep your arms out and then up. On the exhale, hands in front of your heart into prayer. Come into Namaste, equal standing pose. And we're coming into a variation of Sun Salutation B. So on the inhale, reach your arms up, sit your hips down. And then on the exhale, bow down over your legs, coming to forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen flat back. On the exhale, make your way through the vinyasa. So do plank pose, Chaturanga Dandasana. Your back bend of your choice, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. On the inhale, for your right leg up, down dog splits. Exhale, knee into your chest, step it forward. Lower your back foot flat. We are coming into a Virabhadrasana 1. So right hip back, left hip forward. On the exhale, try your peace fingers down. So on your finger pads, and then come straight into that half lift with the back leg off of the earth. That's the inhale, and on the exhale, lower left foot down to meet the right. Inhale, flat back spine extends. On the exhale, move through your vinyasa, or come straight into a downward facing dog. Inhale, float your left leg up, down dog splits. Exhale, knee into your chest. Back foot flat, Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. On the exhale, lower your finger pads down and float back leg off of the earth. On the exhale, right foot down to meet the left. Uttanasana, forward fold. On the inhale, lengthen flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bow down. On the inhale, rise all the way up, sweep your arms out and then up. On the exhale, come into Utkatasana, chair pose. Inhale, big breath. On the exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Lengthen flat back. Step it back into a plank pose. You're welcome to move through the vinyasa on this round. I'm going straight into a downward facing dog. On the inhale, reach your right leg up. Exhale, knee into your chest, step it forward, back foot flat, rise all the way up into a Virabhadrasana 1. On the exhale, float your finger pads down. Come straight into the half lift with the back leg off of the earth. On the exhale, left foot down to meet the right, Uttanasana, forward fold. Lengthen flat back. Bend the knees, make your way through the vinyasa, or come meet us in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. On the exhale, knee into your chest, step it forward, back foot flat. Rise up into Virabhadrasana 1. So really stretch through your side waist here. On the exhale, float your hands down. I'm standing on my peace fingers, the second and third fingers. And then on the exhale, right foot down to meet the left. Forward fold, Uttanasana. And then lengthen flat back. Bend your knees. Let's move through a vinyasa. And then inhale, big breath. Exhale. And then one more round. On the exhale, jump, step, or walk, come into a forward fold. So last round, inhale, flat. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands in front of your heart into prayer. Come into Samstitihi. Inhale, arms up by your ears. Sit your hips down, Utkatasana, chair. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen flat back. On the exhale, bend your knees. You can move it through the vinyasa or come straight into a downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee into your chest, step it forward. Back foot flat, rise, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, float your hands down, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. So Ardha means half. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Bend your knees. Let's meet in down dog. Do the vinyasa, or you can come straight into your down dog. Really offer your heart forward too on your back bends. Last side, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee into your chest, step forward. Back foot flat, rise all the way up in Virabhadrasana 1. On the exhale, float your hands down, half lift. On the exhale, right foot down to meet the left. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Let's move it through the vinyasa. And then big breath. On the exhale, let's come into child's pose, Balasana. Sit back onto your heels, knees wide, reach your arms forward. 3 rounds of breath. On the next exhale, let your heart melt down towards the earth. Feel your shoulders open a little bit more. Last round of breath. On the inhale, lift your hips off of your heels. Come onto all fours. Curl the toes under. Lift up, come into a downward facing dog. Reach your right leg up high to the sky in a down dog split. On the exhale, draw your knee into your chest, step it forward, back foot flat, rise all the way up, coming into a Virabhadrasana 1. And then on the exhale, hands to the center column, come into a Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. So this is a wider stance, our hips are open. And we'll do something a little bit different. On the inhale, lift your front heel off of the earth. Yes, so strong, but push the outer edge of your left foot. And then on the exhale, lower that heel down. On the inhale, straighten into that front leg. Back hand on the back leg, reach that front arm up and then back. And I'm gonna shorten my stance here. It feels better for me. It feels much more stable. And then walk your left fingertips down. Right arm reaches, breathe into your right sideways. On the inhale, rise, come up, arms the height of your shoulders. On the exhale, windmill your hands down onto the earth. And you can come into Ardha Hanumanasana, lowering your back knee down and straighten over that front leg. Or you can make your way into Parsvottanasana, pyramid. Straighten into that front leg. So this is a variation of Parsvottanasana. And here, my back heel is not touching the earth. So stretching into my calf. 2 more rounds of breath. On the inhale, straighten. On the inhale, bend back into that front knee. On the exhale, plant your hands down, reach that right leg up and back into a down dog split. On the exhale, lower right foot down. On the exhale, lower right foot down to meet the left. Move it through the vinyasa if that feels good to you today. Inhale, left leg lifts, high to the sky, down dog splits. On the exhale, knee to your chest, step it forward. Back foot flat, rise up into a Virabhadrasana 1. On the exhale, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Wider stance. Same thing, inhale, lift that front heel, left heel off of the earth. Press through the outer edge of your right foot. On the exhale, lower that left heel down. Whew, so strong. Straighten into that front leg. I'm going to shorten my stance. Back hand on the back leg, reverse Trikonasana. Walk your right fingertips down. Breath into your left sideways. On the inhale, rise, come up, arms the height of your shoulders. On the exhale, windmill your hands down and come into that counter pose of your choice, either Ardha Hanumanasana half split or Parsvottanasana pyramid variation. And breathe. On the inhale, bend back into that front knee, land your hands down. Reach that left leg up and back into a down dog split. Lower left foot down to meet the right. And let's make our way through the vinyasa. So inhale, plank pose. You're always welcome to skip these vinyasas. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. On the exhale, walk, step, or jump. I am walking to Uttanasana, forward fold, lengthen flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bow down, start to rise all the way up, sweep your arms out and then up. On the exhale, hands in front of your heart. We're gonna come into tree pose for today. So land your hands onto your hips. Draw your right knee up the height of your hip, and you can help that right foot onto the inside of your leg, on your calf, or you can even use your toe as a kickstand, so never onto the knee. Start to draw your hands in front of your heart into prayer. You can stay here, or you can stretch your arms out, and you can even draw your thumbs or index fingers to touch. So really ground through that left leg. Find a fixed point, that drishti, that helps to balance. Yes, and feel the energy of that oil that we just put on our feet. So I like to really engage my inner left thigh against the sole of my foot. One more big breath. On the exhale, hands in front of your heart or onto your hips. Draw that right knee up the height of your hip, and then lower right foot down to meet the left. And you can kind of shake your left leg out if that feels good. Let's make our way into the other side. So left knee up the height of your hip. Hey, you know what? If it feels better, you can also stay here in the one-legged Tadasana with your left knee up, or make your way a little wobbly there. Okay, engage that inner right thigh and feel the sole of the foot press. All these subtle cues that really help, and then reach your arms out. Find your drishti, that fixed point, breathe. Index, thumbs to touch. And then one more big breath. On the exhale, start to release. So draw that left knee up the height of your hip, and then lower left foot down to meet the right. Let's do that again. We'll do a different variation. So draw that right knee up the height of your hip. Draw the sole of the foot onto the inside of the leg, or wherever you are in your tree pose today. And then reach your arms up. And let's come into a side stretch. So lower your top of your right hand onto your leg. Yes, come into a side stretch. Find your balance. Engage the inner thigh against the foot. Maybe lean over a little bit more. And then on the inhale, reach your arms up. Draw that right knee up the height of your hip. On the exhale, hands in front of your heart. Into prayer. Let's make our way into the other side. Hands onto hips, left knee up the height of your hip. Make your way into tree pose. Arms reach up. You can even engage your core here. That also helps me. Draw the top of the left hand onto your thigh, then lean over towards the side. Really engage the inner right thigh. Yeah, really feel the four corners of that right foot grounded. And then as you calmly breathe, feel that right foot start to find its balance even more. Last exhale on the side. Then on the inhale, rise, come up, release the left foot on the exhale. Left foot down to meet the right, close your eyes, breathe. On the inhale, circle your arms out and then up. Yeah, I'm going to shake out my right foot. And then bow down over your legs, Uttanasana, forward fold. On that exhale, inhale, lengthen flat back. Let's make our way through the vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Big breath. On the exhale, lower onto your knees. Draw your hands in front of your heart into prayer. Thanks so much for joining me, everybody. You can end your practice here. You can combine it with a seated sequence. Meditation Shavasana. Your choice. Just feeling the coming together within yourself. Big breath. On the exhale, draw your chin into your chest, bowing down to the wisdom of the heart. Namaste. Have a good one, everybody.